jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
What's good? Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFN game. A-side official, you already know. No negotiation needed, period. Yeah, we on another one. This is gonna off the grid square of boxing, but it's a lot of boxing going on. We're gonna talk about Atlanta, aka ATL, aka the Dirty South. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm gonna wait for some more to get in here, because this right here is extremely important to those that might be pulling up in Atlanta or thinking about residing in Atlanta. So let me get started. We're gonna go through an article, and we're gonna touch base on a video that's very concerning. The reason why I thought it was my duty to talk about this, because I kind of talk about it at the end. You know, the concern that I have hits home, is personal, and this is not just an epidemic. This has been around for quite some time, and we have more and more, migrant, you know, moving down here to Atlanta. More people from out of state are moving down here to the A. They're building up apartments everywhere, every freaking where that you can imagine, and the rent is somewhere like $1,500 on up. But that's not even it. That's refuge. That's the house the people that come down here to start a new life, I suppose. And it was one point in time that I was so happy about ATL growing. I say, man, ATL growing, man, But I look back at it, I say, damn, I really like that old ATL, because all the clubs used to stay open late. It had organization. You know what I'm saying? You can pretty much see what's going on with the traffic, the nightlife traffic, how they were moving in Atlanta. We have so many people down here now, so you don't even know what's moving what. It's bad. And one piece of information and news is out again is that, and this is bad too. This is really bad, y'all. But let me take this down. I will bring her back and put her back up there, because we're going to talk about her next. So this is an article that's out from Black Enterprise, right? Let me start from the top. It says, stay safe. Atlanta ranks 3rd in the new HIV infection nationwide, y'all. The latest data from the Center of Disease Control, the CDC, y'all, has unveiled a reality, y'all, about HIV infections in an ATL. It said Fox Atlanta reported that the latest data from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention has unveiled a troubling reality from the prevalence of HIV infections in the Southeast, with Metro Atlanta standing out as focal point of concern. According to the CDC, Metro Atlanta secured the inviolable third position, trailing behind Memphis and Miami for the highest number of HIV cases reported in 2021, with over 1,500 cases documented. Okay. It's a Chief Jeff Cheek, the director of HIV elimination for Fulton County, underscored the severity of the situation, emphasizing, "We've seen HIV is growing in the South, and Atlanta has some of the highest numbers in the South. In Georgia alone, new cases accounted for more than half of the 2,371 reported instances in 2021. Cheek highlighted the persistent challenges of stigma surrounding HIV and barriers to accessing adequate health care as key contributors to these alarming statistics. Larry Scott Walker. And let me stop right here for a second when they talk about statistics and healthcare. Healthcare is a big issue, right? And sometimes, people look at it like, well, you need to watch out. It's not even about dirty. You know what I'm saying? You have people down here that's seeking medication and they have HIV that's undetectable, or they taking medicine to keep it undetectable, or whatever the case may be. But it's a dirty game that's going on down here. And it's coming from the males and the females, to be honest. It's a dirty, dirty, game changing casket. I'm talking about rest in peace type of gang that's going on here. But Atlanta has got out of control with trying to filter and low crawl and basically maneuver around this HIV. You know what I'm saying? This HIV epidemic down here. It goes on to say, Larry Scott Walker, co-founder of Thrive Atlanta, expressed both dismay and determination in response to CDC findings. "I am jarred by it. I am saddened by it, but also motivated by my work is fueled by that," he said. Scott Walker, who received his HIV diagnosis in 2007, co-founded Thrive Atlanta with the mission of addressing the needs of HIV patients, particularly in regions like Georgia, where access to resource is limited. So they're implying that the access, the resources down here, the access to it is limited. I would wonder why. Why is it limited down here? And we've been going through this situation for quite some time. We want to do something that centered black culture and centered black queer men, raising our rates of undetectability in our community, having stigma reducing conversations with our friends. As a black enterprise report in December 2023, recent revelations from a Center for Immigration Studies interviewed with Richard Lee, a retired DHS adjudicator, shed light on concerning federal private policies upheld by the Department of Homeland Security. Lee accounts suggest that the policy may have endangered the health of many African American women and children due to marriages to African men who conceal their HIV positive status. According to Lee, DHS prioritized the privacy of HIV positive male immigrants over the health of their African American spouses and potential offspring. Lee stated DHS has ruled that the privacy is regarded as more important than the health of the women involved, usually a black U.S. citizen, any babies born to that couple, and by extension, the public health of Americans in general. Between 2003 and 2008, immigrants seeking entry in the U.S. were required to provide proof of negative HIV tests, with positive results potentially barring entry. However, Lee noted, the many applicants successfully waived their HIV status. Lee revealed that the DHS officers were prohibited from disclosing the husband's health conditions to the wife, despite knowing about it. So what you have here is a serious, serious problem where, we have a balance, we have a juggling act on who we're going to disclose information to and who we aren't. There are men that's down here affecting other women or other men. I don't know, man. It's just so chaotic when it comes to who's infecting who. And then I was looking at some of the reality shows now here, and some of the women that's out there, they know about these men who pretty much may have contacted, maybe have been bisexual at one point in time, contacted. I'm not saying one point in time like they stopped. I'm saying one point in time when they contracted something. And some of these women know that their men are out there like that. Now, of course, I have to put a disclaimer out there. I know people have taken shots at ATL. If I say I'm for ATL, people sit up here and try to, come at you on some fuckboy bullshit just because of where you live. I can't do anything about that. One of the only reasons, I can say that I'm down here because I was born down here. I was born and raised. It wasn't like this when I came up. Things have changed, man. People are here, and this stuff that's taking place down here, with this acronym community and everybody else that recognize this from the down low era and stuff like that. Listen, please don't get it within your intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Your thoughts. You understanding that common sense needs to be first and foremost, that every black man that's in Atlanta is gay or even go that way. Okay? You have some individuals that love the nightlife and they go out here and get with people that's undetectable. They're having they having people take medicine and you can't tell whether they are or they aren't. It's a dangerous game to play down there. I'm just telling you, it's dangerous to play that game down here. You want to go over there and have unprotected sex because it feels good? Well, please, you better prepare yourself before you go when you go take that test and you find out, you got the package. It's bad. It's real bad. Super bad, man. But unfortunately, Atlanta is growing out of control. Everybody is down here. You don't know who's from where. You don't know who's from where, y'all. Seriously. Shout out to Sid on deck. I see you in the building. USA has 1.2 million carriers, confirmed HIV people. Cheap genetic treatment is $36K per each year. That's major money, and U.S. taxpayers probably funded. They need to do some more and provide resources down here, relief resources, and get medical attention. The CDC recognized our numbers, but they need to provide us with some type of, help, assistance, medical assistance. He said, I don't agree with the lifestyle as a Muslim, but leave judgment to God. Issue I have is they push the lifestyle without informing people of the mortal risks that go with it. Man, absolutely well said. That's my only thing. Stop pushing the lifestyle and acting like that is the normalcy. And what I believe, born and man, woman, man is natural to me. You can't make that abnormal to me. You know what I'm saying? But the more and more you look on TV and the commercials and the way people talk, they act like you're offending. You know what I'm saying? it was just on The View how Jesus' ex-wife was up here trying to argue with Tamara about how Sesame Street said um, Ernie and Bernie wasn't gay, and she felt some type of way about that. But these cartoons that I grew up with, they're trying to make everything gay. Batman, Sesame Street, you know what I'm saying? Batman and Robin for real. I mean, it just turns you off, man. But anyway, back to the game. I have to let you listen to this video, and I try my best to read up and see if it was 100% authentic, because in this case, if I was in that person's shoes, I would be tearful. I would be full of sorrow. I've been there before. You know what I'm saying? I've been there with a family member who, need to be consoled. But let me take you through this video of this black woman that is down in Atlanta, and you're not going to believe her story, man. This shit is crazy. You say to yourself, would I ever even imagine doing what she's doing? I mean, I don't want to call her stupid and all that. I'm like, girl, what are you doing, man? But y'all have to hear this, man. Pay close attention. If you know you looking for a place to date, you coming down from North to South Carolina, you better go far past this and go, and down there in Florida somewhere. Anyway, listen to this, y'all. This is crazy.
Protected. Even protected. Really? Marriage and married in Atlanta.
So my people, listen to
So
what this
far,
lady in Atlanta have to
we
say.
are moving forward
It is insane.
from finding out that he is HIV positive, as well as homosexual, as well as... How do you literally walk around with HIV, syphilis, and herpes, knowingly?
Now let's not brush over that. She dropped those three now. HIV, herpes, and syphilis. How is she not, unless she's already dead? Pull her hair out, cry, everything. That is a serious trifecta. HIV, herpes, and syphilis. Let it keep going though.
And still be out here sleeping with other people.
And this is for instructional purposes only. Instructional purposes only.
Protected. Even protected. Really? Oh my God. This is ridiculous, y'all. So I went on my husband's HAF portal, which is AIDS Health Foundation. I got his last test results. Mind you, being married to this man, I should have gotten some of these results myself, let alone, they should have called me and said, hey, we might need you to come down here to get tested because he came back positive for this shit.
So this is kind of like a dilemma that's going on in the ATL with these type of relationships where you might have a mate that's affected and you might not know. It's depending on how close you are, how much you pay attention and be in their business. That's why a lot of women down here are in their man business. They don't want this situation to go down like that. They're not trying to put that tag, that package on their life. So they want to be and know what you're doing. If you're in the streets, they want to be in the streets with you. They want to make sure they're there. I mean, they hear about this shit all the time. They don't ever want to be a participant to find out you're HIV positive. This lady right here, she seems very, very calm. Very calm to know all this information. Crazy. She seems very calm.
But yet, no. On his paperwork, it says single. So because of that, they don't have to notify anybody. I am so pissed right now. Mind you, we go to the same doctor. We have the same last name. We go to the doctor all the time together. So for them to write him up as single, it just pisses me off. It just lets me know, one, he's the one who put it single. I refuse to be a victim. You're not going to walk around here with HIV, herpes, and syphilis and be giving it to people, let alone me. I am so pissed right now. He better be glad I can't talk to him, contact him, or nothing at this moment, because it doesn't make any sense for somebody to really want to hurt somebody, but yet you love me. Ain't even checked your status. Thank God you're considered undetectable right now. One less thing to worry about.
And they got this deal where you could be considered to be undetectable. You know what I'm saying? That's dangerous, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, people. That's dangerous. I tread these streets lightly down here. I do. I've been all around the world, had some of those beautiful women that, in my company. Real talk. That's the best thing I could have did was travel the world in the military. And I got spoiled. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming back home. A lot of what's down here don't do it for me like it did, with the girls, the women that I met in all these other countries. But it's not even about that. It's about what we got going on here actively in the ATL, where people just dating and doing slimy, creepy, and we just got all these little freaky parties that goes on down here in Atlanta. I mean, the place has changed now. The place has changed, and this woman right here, I don't know her story, but she's got a bonnet on up here talking about her husband has that triple trifecta package, and she ain't shedded a tear yet. But she might have soaked it all in and find out, okay, she got to live with it. But she said she's not going to be a victim, so I'm curious to know what she's going to say.
About.
And shout out, this is from worldstar.com.
I'm over it, guys. I am so over the bullshit. Come on. Care about yourself, man. And I'm looking at the medications and I'm like, he's got oral thrush right now. This opportunistic.
He has oral thrush, y'all. Oh my God. This dude has just been out here. Dude. Oh my God, man. Jesus.
Diseases and crazy shit. Which means you're going into the stage of AIDS. AIDS, man. You don't care. Don't care. Don't care about me. Care about the family we've built. The children who love you. You just don't care. Now, life is precious. It's important. We only got one.
Speaking of life being precious and everything, I don't know if the women truly believe that, with a life that's being precious, you should be very careful about who you let through your door. and be around your kids. Because you got some of these cats that's coming down from other states, and they was doing the same thing there. But when they get down here and no one knows them, they're able to basically move around in the nightlife, and you don't know who they are. You don't know too much about anything. But these women have been known to, you know what I'm saying, hear these cats' story and then get a guy that's living with them while they going to work. And you really don't get to know the guy, man. Some of these women just happy to have a guy as a companion. Now, they hear me say that, and they say, man, must be out your mind. Yeah, even the fine ones. You know, the fine ones that have some common sense, they look at this like, I'm not trying to throw my life away, doing this. They might say no all the time, but they're just trying to find the right one that they can understand that, hey, this dude, he doesn't look like he's going side to side, back to back. It look like I can trust him. But all this medication, undetectable, sneaking around, not being honest, taking these tests, not having the information go back if you choose at the time to be living with a female. I mean, it's bad, y'all. I would caution everyone that's looking to step down here and be very, very careful. One night stands used to be cool. Okay, one night stands down here used to be cool. If you do it, you better strap heavy. You better strap heavy, goddammit. Let's get back to her.
So why not care about yourself? Care about your health? Really? I am so pissed right now, guys. It doesn't make any kind of sense. I want to cry because it's like I'm the only one who cares. Only one. And you have a nerve to come to me saying you want your family back and how much you love me and this, that, and a third. But I don't have anything right now. So for me to believe you've been faithful, it's like something on.
So you heard her say she don't have anything right now. That's difficult for me to believe, but maybe they might have just been in an arrangement, you know what I'm saying? And they weren't really sleeping together. Because some of these women don't want the man to leave the house. They want him around. Regardless if they ain't sleeping together on a regular basis, they want him around. So she say she don't have anything. That's what she say. She say she don't have anything. Kudos to you if you don't have anything. But this is the worldwide of HIV infections. We ranking third right now. And that's not a good look, nor is it a good feeling.
Doing the right thing ain't hard, guys. It don't cost you a thing. Nothing. Just do the right thing. Be fucking normal. I'm so upset right now because it doesn't make any sense for somebody to literally go around and hurt other people and think that shit's okay.
So what she does have a point. There's some individuals down here that will go around and hurt other people knowing that they're infected. They don't care. They have no conscience at all, y'all. They would hit that nightlife like it wasn't nothing different. You know what I'm saying? They don't have nothing to worry about. They would hit that nightlife, meet new people, and basically have, unprotected sex with them or whatever the case, because they shit is undetected. And come to find out, that person ended up happen to find out who she slept with, who he slept with, and go get that test and get that news. Now, I haven't been in that situation, but I'm gonna tell you, it hurt. For a very long time, when me and my sister had a conversation about this, and she first told me she was infected, right? And I told her over and over again, I said, hey, why don't you go get a test? This when I was in the Corps, and she said I did. I got 3, and right then, it seemed like the weight in my chest is just it was hanging. You know what I'm saying? It was like I had a dumbbell hanging on my chest because I was like, this was my sis, right? And me being in the Corps, I wasn't down here in ATL like that. So, most of my family, they stayed down here. But, somehow, long story short, and her dating or whatever the case may be, she ended up contracting it. And she deal with it for quite some time, man, and she died early. You know what I'm saying? She died early, way young, and when HIV turn over to AIDS, it's just like nothing you can do, man. You know what I'm saying? It's really nothing you can do. But she ended up taking her life, and that's as real as you get right there, coming from my side. You know, I mean, I don't know how she got it. I just know how she handled it, and she lived with it for quite some time, and she started to fail. Her health started to fail, and I guess she went to the doctor for the last time, and the doctor allegedly might have told her that the state that she was in, and this is how long, and it got bad from there. That's all I can say. That's all I can say on that. But let's get back to the video.
I'm done ranting for today, at least to you all. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. Today is October the 5th. Disclose his status. It's not a crime. So in the LGBT community, for some reason, they hide this stuff, guys. Like, there's apps on here now. One app is called Hope and everything else. I mean, y'all check y'all man's phone. Y'all think this is like crazy, but I'm telling y'all, like, you'd be surprised how many men are out here actually sleeping with men. Y'all think it's, oh, well, not all men are bisexual or gay. And that is true. Not all men are. But a lot of them are. A lot of them are, quote unquote, in the closet or bisexual. And they're just not willing to admit it to you. One, because you're going to think they're nasty or they're this and they're that when they do the same thing that y'all do.
Well, one thing I can say about her final words is, she can assume that the men, but there's women out here like her that knows what men are doing, and they continue to sleep with them anyway because they stay trying to convince the man what's more important, where you at with him or where you at over here. It's just nasty. It's absolutely nasty, man. Trifling as hell. It's very, very trifling. So you got to tread very, very lightly. Make sure your steps are freaking traced. You know what I'm saying? Don't be reckless and think this shit is a recreational dating, speed dating service down here in these ATL streets. You don't want to do it. You don't want that. You don't want to prove to yourself on what they saying on here and the information coming from the CDC. You don't want that. You want to be smart about it. Real talk. You definitely want to be smart about it.